Hi, Steve.
How are you doing?
Good. Admiring your 32 here.
Yeah, you want to hear it run?
Yeah. When's the? Do you start it up all the time, or has it not been running for a while?
This one isn't a daily driver, and it's been probably 6 or 8 months since I've run it. So I dug it out of the back and brought it up here and serviced it a little bit, and it's always been pretty reliable that way. But
Wow, it starts right up.
starts right out.
It sounds a little more than stock.
It's bored 80 over. The block is relieved. The crank is lightened a little bit. It has a light flywheel and a Clay Smith cam. Obviously, I guess it's a Thixton PM7 manifold and Smith heads, which are actually, I think they're for flathead in a boat, because I've never seen anybody put these on cars before. But at any rate, they hold a lot more water. They're much thicker, and they have that neat water manifold, which I kind of like. And it runs good. 39 Ford gearbox. It has a Laycock overdrive in the torque tube that came out of a Volvo, so it's able to go on the freeway pretty easily, which is probably the only thing that is different about this one than others. The rest of it is your standard traditional hot rod 32 Ford stuff. 39 Ford steering wheel, my favorite wheel, and all the switches and stuff still work. The 39 Ford Swan shifter with a 37 knob. I modified the gauge tunnel to hold more gauges. I've got some Stuart Warner wing gauges in there. And this is the overdrive switch, and that's obviously the starter button. Pretty simple thing to operate.
Oh, very nice.
Driven it pretty far. I have dreams of taking it all apart and painting it and putting a real interior in it one day. Right now it's just kind of a great big mock-up, but I've been driving it this way for years. It just seems to work pretty well. Although I am going to abandon the hoot eye shocks and put in modern, tube shocks on it, because it needs to go over bumps a little better than it does. It's kind of bounces. These shocks don't work that well. The ones I have aren't in very good shape. So, but the body is a Brookville. It is not Henry Steel, but everything else is Henry Ford. I just couldn't justify spending 20 grand on a body and then having to rebuild 7 inches of it, because most of them are rotten from the bottom up, But
Right.
It's the closest thing to a real one you can get anyway, and it was expensive when I got it. The traditional Kelsey Hayes wire wheels.
Well, Steve, thanks a lot for showing me your car.
I appreciate you coming by and making me famous. A lot of fun things happen in this room. This car was built right here, and it's kind of a magic spot for me. And, it's fun to have people come over and check it out.
Okay, Steve. Well, thanks again, and it was really nice seeing your car and hearing all about it.
Yeah, my pleasure. Come by anytime.